Welcome to Real Estate Investors Wealth Academy TV, sponsored by REI Wealth Academy.
Hey, what's going on, fellow real estate investors? This is John coming back at you for REI Wealth Academy for another week to talk about the next step in the 10 secrets that we have inside REI Wealth Academy. The next step that we're going to be doing is step 5, and step 5 is all about telling people who you are and what you do. And so I'm going to break this down into kind of 3 different sections. And the first section I'm going to break it down is, who are you? What is your investor identity? And how can you talk about it in a way that's not overly confident, but confident enough to make sure that people are engaged when you're speaking to them about it. The second thing I want to talk about is your value proposition, what you offer when you're talking about what you do and how that could impact the person that you're talking to or someone in their network. And then the third thing is how to ask. And we'll get into all that. So let's just get started with the first thing as far as who you are. So we've gone from step 1 to understand who it is, your big why, all the way through the goals of where you want to be. And we're trying to get you from your starting point to the end point of currently where you see yourself right now. And as you develop who you are, you can start verbalizing that. And one of the things to think about before you really get into this is positive self-talk. Now I know sometimes some gurus will say you need to step in front of a mirror and say, you know, I'm handsome, I'm an investor, people like me. You know, you need to say those things potentially. Maybe you're the type of person that needs it, but there's other people that are just very self-activated in general anyway. The general idea is that when you think about who you are, is that you have a positive light about it. If that's dealing with being an investor, maybe you have note cards to remind yourself. Maybe you put up quotes around the house to remind you of what it is that you're getting started. Because currently today, you may not feel like the investor that you are, but the more that you start saying those things, the more that you start taking active steps, even though they're small steps, active steps towards becoming that investor, you are actually becoming that investor. So it's okay to say you are that investor, whether that's to yourself or to other people. And that's what we're going to get into. So review your investor identity. So from your goals and what you're trying to accomplish, what is it that you do? And specifically, and we'll get into this the next time as you develop your pitch as far as your value proposition, but do you fall more in line with as a wholesaler? Do you fall more in line with a buy and hold investor? Are there certain strategies that you might have that qualify your strengths? You know, can you find really deep discounts where you're at? Do you have, you know, if part of your strategy, you already have a budget to send out mailers. Part of it will be part of that. What are you also looking for from someone else to help you with your business overall? So a couple other ideas behind that is, you know, who are you? You can say I'm a flipper. You can say I'm a wholesaler. You can say I specialize in this. But I want to also remind you that, especially if you're new or if you're switching to something else, just remember it's okay to be new. And it's okay to tell people that you're new. You don't have to sound like you're an investor that's making $1 million a year already. You might want to tell yourself that if you're doing positive self-talk, that is who you are and that all your actions will then follow. But when you're talking to other people, it's okay to say, you know what, I'm just getting started, but I'm really excited about this. And that kind of goes into the next thing. Smile. Be excited about what it is that you're doing, because it's supposed to change your life. It's supposed to help you become the you want to be, and that's something to be really excited about. So let that shine. Let that come through when you're talking to people. If you need to, especially when you're starting out, borrow credibility from people in REI Wealth Academy with Keith and Roberta and anybody else that you might see as a mentor. It's okay to call them business partners, to call them mentors. You're going to be bouncing a lot of ideas off them anyway, especially when you get a deal. It's okay when you're talking about them as partners and say, you know what, I've developed this new model. I'm learning a proven method, a proven system from a business partner and how I'm going to apply it when you're talking to someone else. That's a simple, easy piece of credibility to borrow from somebody else who's already doing what it is that you want to do. I guess the last thing again, that I just want to remind you, stay positive to yourself and let that shine through when you smile and you're getting really excited about who it is you're becoming and what it is you're doing and why you're doing it. Stay excited, be positive. I'll come back at you with another video here soon. Check us out on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. If you can find us on Twitter there, go to reiwealthacademy.com. Check out our blog as well. This is John signing off. I'll see you here in a little bit.
Decide today you don't want to take a back seat. Finally break your financial life cycle. Learn more now at www.reiwealthacademy.com.